Hello everyone, my name is Shub Patel. My SAP ID is 56, batch B4. I am from third year of electronics. In this experiment, I am going to show how to design non-inverting comparator and inverting comparator, and will show some of its application also using simulation tool LTSpice. Let's move to the LTSpice software. This is the basic configuration of inverting comparator. As you can see, it has open loop configuration, which means that feedback loop is not provided, and we have a reference voltage of 1 volt. So the output voltage will be the subtraction of this reference voltage and sinusoidal voltage, which means that if the sinusoidal voltage will be higher, then the output voltage will be negative, and if the sinusoidal voltage will be lower than 1 volt, which is the reference volt, then the output voltage will be positive. So let's check the output waveform. Let's check for 10 Hertz. As you can see, when the input voltage is higher than the reference voltage, the output is negative, and when the sinusoidal voltage is lower than the reference voltage, the output is positive. Now let's increase the frequency from 10 to 1 kilohertz. Now run. So as you can see, the output has started getting distorted when the frequency is increased. So instead of the perfect square wave, it has somehow become a distorted square wave. Now let's check for the 10 kilohertz frequency. As you can see, the output is totally distorted and it is separated from the input voltage. So op-amp have comparator have a big disadvantage when the frequency is higher, like in kilohertz. To overcome this disadvantage, op-amps with higher slew rates are used. So for example, LTC6244. So let's check the performance of LTC6422 op-amp. So this is the schematic of inverting comparator using LTC6244 op-amp. So we have just replaced op-amp OP07 to LTC6244. So let's see its performance. This is the waveform for 10 Hz for OP07 and the waveform for LTC6244 for f is equal to 10 Hz. So for 1 kHz, this has started distorting for op-amp OP07, but it remains the same for LTC6244 op-amp. For 10 kHz, this has completely distorted, but it is same as 10 Hz for LTC6244 op-amp. So performance of LTC6244 op-amp is better than op-amp OP07 due to its higher slew rate. This is the schematic for non-inverting comparator. Here we have applied reference voltage to the inverting input terminal and the sinusoidal voltage to the non-inverting input terminal. So when the sinusoidal voltage will be higher than 1 volt, the output will be positive. When it will be lower than 1 volt, the output will be negative. So let's check for the 10 hertz frequency. So when the sinusoidal voltage is higher than 1 volt, the output is positive, and when it is lower than 1 volt, the output is negative. So let's check for the different frequency, say 1 kilohertz. As you can see, the output has started getting distorted because of op-amp OP07, as it has lower slew rate. So let us move to the PDF again. So this is the schematic of non-inverting comparator using op-amp LTC6244. Here we have replaced op-amp OP07 to LTC6244. So let's check its performance. These are the waveform for op-amp OP07, and these are the waveform for op-amp LTC6244. You can compare the frequency. So for 10 hertz for OP07, this is the waveform, and for LTC6244 for f is equal to 10, this is the waveform. But for op-amp OP07, it starts getting distorted at frequency f is equal to 1 kilohertz, but in op-amp LTC6244, it remains the same. So the performance of LTC6244 is much better. As you can see, at f is equal to 10 kilohertz, the output waveform is completely distorted, and for LTC6244 op-amp at f is equal to 10 kilohertz, the waveform is again the same as previous one. Now let's move to the application of comparator. So first one is zero crossing detector. So we have used inverting comparator. Only changes we made is, instead of 1 volt reference voltage, we made it to 0 volt, which means that the reference voltage is 0 now. Let's check its output. So when the sinusoidal voltage is greater than 0 volt, the output is negative, and when it is lower than 0 volt, the output is positive. As you can see, when the sinusoidal voltage is greater than 0 volt, the output is negative, and when it is lower than 0 volt, the output is positive. So this was all for zero crossing detector. Let's move to the time marker generator circuit. So the time marker circuit is the continuation of zero crossing detector. Here we have applied the sinusoidal voltage to the non-inverting input terminal, and the output of this will be connected to the differentiator, which is RC combination, and the RC combination differentiator will be then connected to the diode to clip off the negative waveform. So initially we will be having a square wave at V out, then it will be converted into positive and negative spike due to differentiator, and finally the negative spike will be removed by the diode D. So let's check the output waveform. As you can see, we have applied sinusoidal voltage. This is the sinusoidal voltage in green color, and only we can see the positive spikes due to diode D1. As you can see, these blue spikes, these are the positive spikes. So that's all for the time marker circuit. Let's move to the sample and hold circuit. Sampled and hold circuits samples the input voltage and holds to the input voltage till the input voltage is sampled again. So here we have used n-channel MOSFET, which acts as a switch, and it is controlled by the control voltage. So when the control voltage is high, this turns on and it closes this turns on and it acts as a close switch. So the capacitor gains the value of the input voltage as it is charging, and when this voltage is low, this acts as a open switch. So this capacitor cannot discharge because of its high impedance, because of the high impedance of the op amp. So it holds the latest value of the voltage. And the minimum condition for sample and hold circuit is that the frequency of the control voltage must be twice of the sinusoidal voltage which is applied to the non-inverting terminal of op-amp OP07 over here. So as you can see here, I have provided 1 kilohertz frequency, and here I have provided 1 upon 200 into 10 raised to minus 6, which is equivalent to 5 kilohertz frequency. So the condition is satisfied, and this is the output waveform of the sample and hold circuit. As you can see, the capacitor charges until the control voltage becomes 0, and when it becomes 0, it holds the value, and and after that it keeps on discharging until it again becomes 0, that is control voltage again becomes 0. Then the capacitor again holds the values, then discharges. This keeps on repeating. So this was all about the comparators. So thank you for watching the video.